when your friend summons, but only because it's you. Anyway, knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you that easily. So, what would you like to know?
Ja, einiges.
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret? Even from your comrades in the guard?
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. That's what we're doing here. Our role is sensitive, and our location obviously cannot be revealed to the whole island.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be particularly interested in soldiers like these. And yet I've never heard of this elite squadron.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush things. And our leaders demand secrecy. Orders are orders.
Wer ist dieser Anführer?
This is a huge camp for such a secret location.
Wenn der Egon heißt, das wäre mal ein Twist.
The main building is reserved for officers and the wounded. The front and rear of the camp are dedicated to combat training. But most exercises take place outside.
Impressive. And how do you manage recruitment?
Only the best come here. Those who have combat experience. Once they arrive, they're separated into 2 squadrons, each led and trained by a lieutenant. But you already know all of this, Kurt. It must bring back memories.
Yes.
Will you tell us about your training?
That's a sensitive topic. Most exercises take place in the field to get the men used to it. The natives' knowledge of the environment gives them as much of an advantage as their magic. But if you want to know more, you should ask my lieutenant instructors.
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for someone.
A kid I recruited. Rainer.
Oh, I didn't know he was one of yours. My condolences. I was told he died in an accident in the harbor.
Don't insult my intelligence, Rolf.
All right. Since you're here, I guess there's no point in lying to you anymore. The accident occurred during a maneuver. It's regrettable, but these things happen, you know?
We've taken up enough of your time, Captain.
I agree, and I have things to do.
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't mind. To ask them about Rainer.
You've become a real sap. Fine. But try not to disrupt the day's schedule too much. Goodbye.
I'm sorry.
Goodbye.
I can't contain my anger.
I noticed. Good thing you know this captain so well. I don't think he would have let us investigate otherwise.
I'm not sure it's a good thing, really.
Your aversion is clear. But is it him that you hate? Or what the camp represents, my son?
Rolf doesn't bring back good memories for me. But let's continue. I want to know what's going on here. Lieutenant!
Respectfully, Captain.
Here is my friend, the legate of the merchant congregation. He would like to ask you a few questions.
At your orders. I'm listening, sires.
How do the various squadrons in this camp differ from one another?
The recruits I train are intended to carry out more subtle actions.
Really? What kind?
I teach them how to blend into the background, understand customs, observe, and know when to strike.
That's strange. These skills are normally associated with assassins, rather than soldiers.
These skills are always useful, regardless of the enemy or the setting.
What kind of training do your men undergo?
I can't go into details, but they learn discipline, and to outdo themselves.
You mean to blindly follow orders, even to their death?
But No, Captain. We also teach them to analyze situations, so that they know when to act to avoid risking their lives.
How did you become an instructor in this camp?
I have led numerous squadrons before, and I've trained hundreds of recruits on the continent. I worked with Captain Rolf in the past, and when I arrived on the island, he recommended me for this position.
That's very impressive, and I expect that you're familiar with the environment and magic.
Yes, of course.
Charisma 100%. Versuchen, sie zu täuschen, um Informationen über Rainer zu erhalten.
Don't you think that someone this talented fits what we're looking for? You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is the governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious position. I don't doubt my abilities. But an offer like this, made so suddenly, must have a price.
We can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Rainer, a recruit who trained here.
That name doesn't sound familiar. He must have been in the Shadow Squadron.
The other lieutenant's squadron.
Yes. I'm sorry. Haven't been much use to you. Did something happen to him?
He died. His body was thrown into the harbor to make it look like he drowned.
I guess it was one of your recruits. My condolences, Captain.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be quick. I'd like to get on with training.
Die ist ganz komisch nett im Gespräch, aber die ist bestimmt... Also die macht es ihren Rekruten wahrscheinlich nicht leicht. Ja, ja. Wir machen weiter mit GREEDFALL und das ist mein lässiger, geiler Hengst. Mein Charakter. Ist er nicht toll? Eisenrüstung, Eisenhaube auf dem Kopf und Waffen auf dem Rücken, als wäre er gerade aus Monster Hunter entsprungen. Dickes Zweihänderschwert, ein Rifle-Gewehr und wir sind das letzte Mal hier angekommen. Ihr habt es gerade gesehen. Ich mache trotzdem nochmal Recap, denn ich mache es gerne. Brauche es außerdem für mich. Wir sind angekommen in diesem Trainingslager der Phantom-Einheit, die da irgendwie diesen Rainer auf dem Gewissen hat oder was auch immer. Wir wissen immer noch nicht genau, was da passiert ist, aber wir kommen der Lösung dieses Falls immer näher. Es ist eigentlich mehr auch ein Detektivspiel, wie oft man hier Fällen nachgehen muss. Nachdem ich anfänglich dieses Spiel verteufelt habe, es in die Ecke geschmissen habe, gerefundet habe bei Steam, mir irgendwann nochmal gekauft habe, eine Anspielsession draus gemacht, dachte, dem Spiel muss nochmal eine Chance geben, habe ich mich jetzt echt in dieses Spiel verliebt. Es ist so ein tolles Rollenspiel. Es ist so eine leichte Kost. Es ist keine riesen Open World. Man muss keine Sachen einsammeln. Es fühlt sich nicht nach Arbeit an. Die Gebiete sehen alle unfassbar geil und abwechslungsreich aus. Es ist einfach ein fantastisches Spiel. Leute, spielt alle GREEDFALL. Aber natürlich bevorzugt das Let's Play gucken. Man kann das auch natürlich selber spielen. Beim Rollenspiel ist ja immer so, ey, man kann viele Entscheidungen treffen. Man kann natürlich den Charakter komplett anders spielen. Eine Einhandwaffe oder Magie gibt's ja auch noch. Schnell spielen, eher ein schleichender Typ. Gibt's ja alles. Man kann ja einiges, hier kann man sich hier frei austoben. So, jetzt wollen wir mal mit den Rekruten sprechen, die sich hier schon fleißig auf die Fresse hauen. Apropos Fresse, wenn ich heute noch mehr nuschel als sonst schon, noch geschwollener rede, dann liegt das daran, dass meine Fresse geschwollen ist. Nee, meine Fresse ist nicht geschwollen, meine Fresse ist taub, denn ich komme gerade frisch vom Zahnarzt. Das ist wirklich erst 10 Minuten, 5 Minuten oder so her. Meine Fresse ist taub, aber... Es geht eigentlich noch, ich glaube, also meine Empfindung versteht man nämlich, glaube ich. Ich hoffe, das geht. So, ab in die Arena. Sprich mit Rekrut des Phantomlagers.
Soldier, Captain, we need information. Your instructor authorized us to question you.
Of course, sire. I'm listening.
Captain on deck.
How would you describe your training? Do you train outside the camp much?
Yes, we do. Well, not exclusively.
Really? Yet we've been told that your unit specialized in actions over difficult terrain.
Yes, I think so. Well, yes, that's true.
Problems remembering things, soldier?
No, Captain.
Da ist doch schon wieder irgendwas faul. Er hat Probleme, uns alles zu sagen. Warum stottern Sie, Soldat?
What's it like in your squadron?
Very good. The Phantom Squadron is made up only of the very best.
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, sire. I would trust them with my life.
You've sure got the military spirit.
Yes, Captain.
We've learned that a recruit died in an accident during a maneuver. Does this happen often?
No, of course not. Only to those who aren't strong enough.
That's strange. I was told that this recruit was very talented.
I don't know what to tell you. It's possible. If you don't mind, I'd like to get back to my training.
He seems afraid that an accident might befall him too.
No, it's not that. I just don't want to fall behind schedule.
Very well. Go on.
Excellent. Captain.
These kids are scared to death.
Yes. This boy's answers about his training seem pretty
Hören Sie auf zu stottern, Soldat, das ist ein Befehl. Der verheimlicht uns was, weil er Angst hat, dass er selber aussortiert wird. Aber Kurt hat gerade diese Anspielung gemacht, dass es gar kein Unfall gewesen sei, was wir schon die ganze Zeit glauben. Aber das ist interessant, soweit habe ich gar nicht gedacht. Also vielleicht hat Reiner die Fresse ein bisschen zu viel aufgemacht. Und dann kam eine ganze Menge Dreck rein. So viel Dreck und Wasser, dass er jetzt tot ist.
Soldier, Captain, at ease, soldier.
We'd like to learn more about your training.
I have nothing to say about it, sir.
Oh, diese Schlaggeräusche.
What do you do during training?
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test.
Ja.
You may speak.
Well, training is difficult, but we can't complain, Captain.
That's an interesting way to phrase it. You're very united in this squadron. At least, that's what I've been told.
United. You could say that, yes. Until death.
That's rather sinister. Does the name Rainer sound familiar to you?
Yeah. Well, no, not really.
You seem rather hesitant. Afraid of being reprimanded by your lieutenant?
No. Well, not at all. It's just that I can't tell you anything about Recruit Rainer.
Sagen kann oder sagen darf.
Instructor, Captain.
We should leave this soldier to his work.
Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First class recruit Wilhelm, Spectre Squadron.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
This recruit, Wilhelm, in spite of himself, led on more than the others.
His resentment is clear, but he won't divulge anything as long as his instructors are nearby.
Oh. I smell something fishy, wie man so schön sagt. Was wird hier gespielt? Oh, komm, quatschen wir mal in der Ecke hier mit dem Lieutenant.
Lieutenant,
Captain.
my friend here would like to learn more about
Stolzer
this
Bart, ey.
At your orders, Captain. Sir?
Wie war das damals? Warum haben wir eigentlich für unseren Charakter keinen Vollbart gewählt? Das ist untypisch für mich. Es gibt ja offensichtlich Vollbärte. Stattdessen haben wir diesen Zwirbelbart gewählt. Ich könnte mir vorstellen, dass mein Vergangenheits-Ich sowas gesagt hat wie: Ey, ich wähle ja sonst immer Vollbärte, weil sie natürlich das Coolste sind. Aber zu dem Szenario und dem Setting hier passt doch auch mal so ein Bart ganz gut. Und wir nehmen dieses Gezwirbelte. Ist es so gewesen, Leute? Ihr Leute, die es von Anfang an gesehen habt?
I don't know what else to tell you. They're disciplined, rigorous, and effective. Exactly what you'd expect from the best soldiers.
What kind of training takes place in your ranks?
Combat in natural settings. Combat against the savages' magic.
I'm very curious about how you train against the magic the natives use.
Now these are complex, secret maneuvers. I'm very sorry, but I can't tell you anymore.
That's a pity. It would definitely be instructive.
Magnets, how do they work? Es ist so gut.
I heard the recruit Rainer trained here. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, he was a good one. He died a little while ago.
So we've heard. Your captain told us he died during a maneuver. Can you tell us more?
The training we do outside can be dangerous. Unfortunately, Rainer fell to his death in a ravine.
He fell?
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious, but it happens. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Wieder eine neue Geschichte.
We're gonna go talk to some of your recruits.
I hope that it won't take too long. We're all very busy here.
We'll be quick, Lieutenant.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could
Was
they be
ist das
training
hier?
for here, then?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I don't like it.
Was ist das hier? Wieso redet keiner?
Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease. We have some questions for you.
Me? At your orders, Captain.
Traut sich auch wieder nicht. Da hinten steht schon der Lieutenant, die Beine.
You look exhausted. Is training that rough here?
It's difficult at first, but you get through it. Taming fatigue. That's the key to it all.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop? You've never doubted your vocation.
I'm not a coward, nor a weakling. The strength of the Shadow.
What is that? Your motto?
Our squadrons, Captain.
You seem concerned about your comrades. You keep looking at them.
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in this squadron. We are very united.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron, you must have known Rainer.
Yes, of course. But he's not part of the squadron any longer. He left.
Really?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say, Captain. Rainer left the squadron because he was sent on a mission. There's nothing more to say.
Sorry, mate, but that's not what happened.
I don't know anything more.
Thank you. That will be all.
Thank you, sire. Captain.
Finde einen Weg, den Ausbilder zu vertreiben.
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go! Are you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air.
As you like. In that case, see you later.
Ja, schön. Kurt die Kante. Das ist eigentlich doch ein schöner Nickname. Kurt die Kante. Befrage Wilhelm erneut. Wir gehen jetzt uns umgucken. Ich habe eigentlich keine Zeit. Okay, dann los.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry. Kurt will make sure your superior doesn't come this way.
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything as long as she was here.
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll make me pay.
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we can take action and close this camp.
Very well. What would you like to know?
What's really going on here? We know that Rainer didn't die in an accident.
This is supposed to be a training camp for the Guard's elite. Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. This is an immense honor, an extraordinary chance. That's what we're told every day. But in reality, it's just hell.
Tell me about the training you undergo here.
It's more torture than anything else. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint only leads to more blows. They even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads down, grit our teeth, and obey.
It reminds me of the Ordo Luminis's interrogation methods. The poor buggers end up admitting to anything at all. Accepting unacceptable.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile environments. But what they teach us would be more useful for assassins.
As for Rainer, do you know what happened to him?
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders, he fought back, and people got hurt. That's when things blew up. They summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up for it at the last minute. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat them. If we refuse, we too become the targets. So we join in and strike. If you're looking to punish Rainer's murderer, you can start with me. We all have his blood on our hands.
Thank you for telling us all of this. You should get back to your comrades.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed. Otherwise, I'll soon be as dead as Rainer.
We understand the risk you've taken. We won't let you down.
Thank you. Really. That was truly fascinating.
Captain?
I've seen everything I needed to see. You can leave us.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Oh, krass, also die haben die Leute gedrängt, den Tod zu schlagen. Oder er ist ja nicht der Erste. Da werden die... Alter Schwede, das ist aber wirklich heftig, was hier abgeht. Okay, wir gehen raus und beraten uns nochmal. Aber von wem oben wird das denn hier gesteuert? Irgendjemand muss ja der Drahtzieher sein ganz oben. Und wer ist das?
Good. Willem has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They're humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially torture. Rainer wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for night training.
Are you sure he used that term?
Yes. But he told me it's not really training. The recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them. Sometimes to death. I know.
You knew about this kind of training?
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past. What a monster. How dare he?
I'm so sorry. I'm lost for words. Tell me, did you learn anything new?
I scouted out the site. There's 2 parts of the barracks we should look at more closely. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refused to open for me.
These people's methods are despicable. But we can't just charge into the fray. Innocent people could get hurt. What do you want to do, my son?
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search the barracks, the private quarters, and then the basement.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight. Especially Wilhelm.
Ja gut, das ist eine super Spezialeinheit. Wenn die nicht mal merken, dass wir uns hier reinschleichen, dann weiß ich es ja auch nicht. Aber sie haben ja recht.
Strange. There's no one left in this part of the camp.
Maybe they're in the combat pit behind the barracks. I saw it when I visited the camp. Or they've already left for their night training.
Müssen Willem helfen. Kaserne des Ausbildungslager Erdgeschoss. Ist ja echt gar keiner mehr. Hallo? Haben wir dann auch Fritz? Schon lange nicht mehr gemacht in einem Let's Play, den Opa Simpson. Hat mir gefehlt. Fritz! Ah, er zeigt an Lupe oben. Das gerade richtig gesehen. Boxing-Raum. Das ist der Fachbegriff. Boxing-Raum. Okay, erster Stock. Hier sind die Betten. Mist, da ist er doch. Folterkammer. Ja, okay. Noch offensichtlicher geht's ja nicht. Brief vom Kommandanten. Meinen Glückwunsch für die bisher geleistete Arbeit. Du hast deine Mission bisher perfekt erfüllt und mehrere deiner Phantomrekruten haben wie geplant bereits Position im Umfeld der Gouverneure besetzt. Major Hermann hat mir mitgeteilt, dass du einige Verluste erlitten hast, die aber nichts an unseren Plänen ändern. Fahre fort mit deinen Bestrebungen, dann sollten wir bald bereit sein zu handeln. Irgendeine krumme Aktion.
It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order to keep this camp secret. But it says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to governors from different cities. And yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these elite units. The conclusion of the letter also confirms that the commander is pleased with what's been going on here.
So Torsten knew?
So it seems. Including about the deaths.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all. Sieglinde was right.
Sieglinde? Wer ist denn jetzt Sieglinde? Habe ich das schon wieder vergessen? Brief von Major Hermann. Deine Rekruten sind in San Matthias eingetroffen und erfüllen unsere Erwartungen perfekt. Ich hatte nichts Geringeres von einem meiner besten Schüler erwartet. Ich habe dafür gesorgt, dass der Kommandant erfährt, welche gute Arbeit du in deinem Phantomlager geleistet hast. Ich habe keine Zweifel daran, dass er dich belohnen wird. Wenn die Rekruten, die wir in die anderen Städte geschickt haben, genauso effizient sind, wirst auch du bald Mayonnaise sein. Mayo sein. Okay, Schlüssel, Folterkammer. Convenient. Untergeschoss. Hat hier die Folterkammer? Ne, das ist einfach eine Zelle. Okay. Hier, Folterkammer.
This room. What could have happened in here?
I know this smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
Ach du Scheiße.
Surely envy such a place if they knew it existed.
Alter, wofür auch überhaupt? Ja gut, damit dieses ganze System funktioniert, musst du den halt eine Arschangst einjagen. Boah. Verbandsbericht. Wir haben die neuen Rekruten wie befohlen ausgebildet. Einige von ihnen schienen jedoch mit dem Schlafmangel Schwierigkeiten zu haben, deshalb wurden sie zur Abhärtung in die Schwarze Kammer geschickt. Wir haben einen Verlust erlitten, aber die Erfahrung war sehr lehrreich und obwohl die Rekruten etwas geschwächt waren, waren sie danach viel kooperativer.
This document explains a lot. They torture the soldiers to break them. Rainer shows up on this list more than once. He gave them a lot of problems.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training. Rolf, you'll pay for this.
Kurt, Wilhelm's name was added to tonight's training.
These monsters want to make him pay for the help he gave us. The poor child will probably not survive.
We can't let them kill him. We must stop this training immediately.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush us.
If this boy dies because of us, I will never forgive myself.
Und 2 Fliegen mit einer Klatsche. Und dann soll Rolf uns halt einen Hinterhalt stellen, dann hauen wir den um.
I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
These children are victims, yes. But they are armed victims.
Jetzt die Frage, ich habe ja man kann ja nicht so switchen zwischen lethal und non-lethal.
They're just kids.
Ja, ich würde
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't
weil
promise
jetzt
anything
schwierig. Ich habe auch keinen Bock, die umzubringen. Müssen wir irgendwo anders lang. Was haben wir hier? Rette Rekrut Wilhelm von seiner nächtlichen Strafe. Nimm Hauptmann Rolf fest. Was schwierig wird, denn ich komme nicht an den Rekruten vorbei. Oder? Was ist hier? Ah! Gülle da. Dass er die nicht irgendwie so mit dem Schwertknauf oder so kurz ausnocken kann. Ja, jetzt bin ich hier. Wilhelm ist da hinten. Oh, das ist ganz schön eine heftige Geschichte. Das habe ich ja gar nicht erwartet, als wir es da gestartet haben. Ey. Krass.
Despite what Wilhelm told me, I wasn't expecting this. He's getting destroyed.
They'll kill him.
Okay, wir müssen was machen. Leute, jetzt ist Schluss.
Stop! We won't let you kill this boy like you killed Rainer.
Soldiers! Do you realize what you're doing?
Captain? But...
You shouldn't be here. This time, you won't get away with it.
Arms! Okay, dann gucken wir mal. 75% Chance Charisma. Dein Auftritt ist nun gekommen. An ihre Vernunft appellieren. Mal gucken, wer sich auf meine Seite stellt.
When my master of arms was in the guard, he always repeated, fight with honor. What honor is there in...
Komm schon, 75% Chance. Das ist doch eine gute Rede.
What honor is there in being forced to kill one another the moment one of you refuses to toe the line?
None.
Ja.
We followed orders. Nothing more.
You've been manipulated. But it's not too late to refuse all of this, to act with honor.
You're right, Captain. It's over, Lieutenant. We will no longer beat our own.
Imbeciles. Traitors.
Nix, Traitor. Ja, jetzt guckst du dumm, was? Jawohl, ich muss nicht mal was machen. Ich schieße hier noch kurz in die Gegend.
Will you be alright?
I'm wounded, but I'll survive. Thanks to you. I'm eternally grateful.
Come, Wilhelm. We'll help you get home. We owe you that at least.
I'm counting on you to bring him back to the camp in one piece.
Yes, Captain.
Well then, let's go. We can't let that vermin Rolf escape us.
Ich finde die Geschichte so fies, dieses, Weil die wollen das alle nicht. Ja, die scheiß Lieutenants hier bringen hier die Leute um durch Manipulation und die wollen das gar nicht, die anderen. Also sie sind gezwungen, das zu tun,